resentful, depressed.
Actually started after he quit his job, and she started being the main breadwinner. That could be a whole separate issue. I mean, we already know that is. What do you guys think? All right, comment down below. If that's it, that is very clear when it comes to what encourages divorce. Regardless, all this is true. Divorce won't fix your mental state, and if he's
Welcome
80%
to a clash that promises fireworks. The atmosphere is electric. The fans on the edge of their seats. Hello, and what a real pleasure it is to be with you from the Theatre of Dreams, Old Trafford. I'm Derek Ray, and I'm joined for expert analysis by Stuart Robson. And with the new campaign just moments away from getting started, the excitement here is palpable. It is Manchester United facing Real Madrid.
Last season was an absolute disaster for them. They got so many things wrong. But hopefully a change of game plan and a change in attitude will see them back to their best and competing for promotion.
In order to do that, you first must want it. That's the thing a lot of people will never fucking admit. People are in relationships and they're falling apart.
Well.
And if you were to tell them, hey, you can fix this, there's a part of them that doesn't want to fix it. They don't want to be happy.
This is the team Manchester United will go with. Nusai Mazraoui plays with Diogo Dalot.
They don't want to put in the work. They don't want the effort. They want something new and exciting. And so that's a reality.
Bruno Fernandes.
Well. That's true.
Very true. Another person who says so. It's true. A man will sacrifice his family, but a woman will sacrifice her family. Happens.
Well, there was impending danger, but good defending.
Definitely happens.
Just stopped it in its tracks
parties, men and women
Vinicius
are
Junior.
both guilty of this.
Mbappe.
This is like, you're not
that's a super piece of defending.
Women are a lot more guilty.
Both men that done their wife also sacrifice their family for happiness.
Somebody else who says your story is my story. Then 20 years later, it turned out I was just bored and immature.
Whoa.
There it is. There it is. Worst mistake of my life.
Really incisive defending.
Whoa.
That's crazy. Let's take a closer look
Casemiro
at this comment. And it looks,
Benjamin
this is a lady that looks kind of like her, right? That, you know,
Real Madrid
that type of white woman. Your story.
She want to go dance on the tiki torches.
Then 20 years later, it turns
she
out
just want a vacation.
Right. So she probably 50.
Oh, he looks threatening. Shot is on.
Worst mistake of my life.
Oh, it's narrowly wide. So unlucky.
Didn't I say it? Didn't I say it? She can't really name what the problem is.
And bored is just woman talk for wanting
Bruno Fernandes has it.
Get that straight. That's, she doesn't want to go fucking parasailing. That's not what she's saying. She doesn't want to fucking start rock climbing. All right. She wants new penis.
Yes, I made room for the explanation of the deeper purpose through spirituality. But mother of three, can't put my finger on it.
Loves to cut in from the wide areas.
There is a sense of boredom right there. Ladies, shout out to you. Shout out to you. And I enjoy giving the women shout outs.
The opening goal. 1-0.
One more time. The story is my story. Then 20 years later, it turns out I was just bored and immature. Worst mistake of my life, divorcing a good man. I bet you that man got snapped.
Action underway once more. Let's see if United have the wherewithal to square the game.
Me 2 years ago, and it took a lot of therapy to realize it was me-ish.
Annoyingly, there it breaks down.
The first lady heard commented something like she lost that whole meeting. So it says, honestly, it sounds like a spiritual attack. I don't know if
Jude Bellingham.
You should start praying. Gentleman says the incident has given so many people great expectations. Very true. Hunter here says, God, please don't ever put me in a position where my wife is asking TikTokers to save our marriage. That's how we're going to do it.
Real Madrid get the throw in.
Jeez, man. I feel sorry.
Yeah, so that's the situation. We got women out here who are going to TikTok now and just putting their business out there that they're not attracted to their husband anymore and they want a divorce.
Them in their tracks.
They're asking TikTok for advice. like I said, kind of hard to give any meaningful advice without knowing the situation more intimately. Like, for one, the guy. What is the guy like?
Casemiro.
I mean, that's everything, right? That's the
Given
real
away
issue.
by Manchester United.
Why are these two not compatible at this point, though?
Fine run from Mbappe. Showing ambition. And not quite putting it where he wanted to.
Yeah,
can't control
effort, but still plenty to play for here.
But you can control your own energy. And so,
Matheus Cunha.
My approach in life is just, you got to take full responsibility.
Well, that's how to keep the opposition at bay.
I found personally that whenever
a sloppy passage of play.
Well, at some point, this has to become more cohesive.
It doesn't work. It never works. It never helps to blame other people or to try and get other people to take responsibility or to try. It just doesn't.
Quick thinking there.
It never works. It always backfires. You're much better off just focusing on your own energy, your own frequency, and aligning with the reality that you actually want to experience. And don't stress about the rest. You know, whatever will happen, and it will. At least you can have the confidence of knowing that whatever is happening is universe aligned with the energy you're putting out there. You know what I'm saying? And so if things are to be corrected and strengthened, then that's what will happen. If things don't work out, well then, the universe just has something else in store for you that is better aligned with your mindset.
The Boondocks warned us about Dr. Umar Johnson. Video by Hannibal is hungry.
All right, let's go ahead and check this out.
Cunha.
Let's see. The Boondocks, they stay telling the future, man.
So you can sense the threat is there.
What's up?
This could be troublesome. Difficult save to
make. Is up, brother. If you don't want to be blocked, no problem. But can you please get the hell out? Last but not
least, to deliver it accurately.
It's a cash out for Frederick Douglass. Dr. Umar. Probably at this point see.
Hold on. That's kind of fucked up.
Nicely cut out. Now what can they do with the ball?
Never opens. The fact that he keeps asking for money. Quite their grits.
I mean, none of it gonna eat, bro. I'm sorry. What the fuck you want that nigga to do?
Can I have your grit money for 1 year?
This nigga want the grit money? Oh shit. You want the grits money? You want the cornbread money?
So no more time.
This nigga wants everything.
God, speaking, bro. How that nigga supposed to be?
But what if I told you that the Boondocks predicted all of it, even before Umar truly blew up? This video will break down how some of these characters in the show captures Umar. Captured his rise, his
well, it is advantage Real after the first 45 minutes, but there's a long way from being settled.
That's about a real man who promised a school and delivered absolutely nothing. Well, I can't say absolutely nothing. He had delivered a lot of comedy.
Rudiger.
Make fun of him.
Really fine piece of defending play to break us up. Quick counter could be on. And showing fine vision.
So
well, it was close,
that's why you're so fat.
Nonetheless.
It's a matter of inches there. He just went a fraction too early.
First, Dr. Umar Johnson showed us exactly the kind of person that he is from the very beginning.
Moving it nicely.
Wasn't just funny. It showed a future.
Takes it on.
It rose to
narrowly
rappers, politicians, music execs, TV execs, fake revolutionaries. No one was safe. And somehow, 20 years later, it still hits. Why? Because every episode was layered with jokes on the surface, truth underneath, and a whole lot of criticism for
defensive
the culture,
judgment to end the attack.
Culture. This show saw the BS before a lot of us did. That's why it still resonates. That's why it still circulates. That's why I still watch it as much as I can. That's why I even named my dog Riley.
Wow, damn. This guy was truly a fan. It was a great show.
So this show still matters. So we're going to talk about an episode that reminded me a little bit about Dr. Umar. This episode was called Wingmen, Season 2, Episode 11. So Huey goes back to Chicago for a funeral, connects with his old best friend Cairo, and obviously instantly regrets it because Cairo is no longer the real
Madrid
one that
unable
he
to hang on
now
to the ball.
More
than decent this from United.
Fion, Malcolm X Blast is spitting potent bars like the spoken word poet that just discovered some incense. He says things like, "My brother, we must ascend past the Eurocentric gaze." And you are just staring at him like, bro, what are you even talking about? And that is kind of the point of this situation. Cairo looks the part. He talks the part. He has the wardrobe, the slogans, the righteous vocabulary. But Huey sees it through immediately. Because we've all had conscious brain. Cairo is just positive.
Oh, can he finish it here, Derek?
Centric performance is the action.
Yeah, you don't need to be doing all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? You can just be the same person, just more educated. That's it.
That's what makes it so rich, because this isn't just a
You don't gotta start wearing dashikis and look, if you are into that, good. Just don't do anything for
to keep the opposition at bay.
For you. If you think dashikis look tough, then rock dashikis, bro. Be pro black and rock dashikis. That's dope, but you don't gotta put on a performance.
Takes it on. And the degree of difficulty wasn't all that high in terms of
outfits. The fiery speeches, the loud Pan-African.
We can get more details on
Maybe
that injury situation from our man pitchside,
Jeff Street.
Nasty landing on the shoulder for him there, and he's in real
I can't tell you what they are.
It's a tough boy.
FBI
oh, hang on, Jeff, it's a chance. Just what
Manchester United Dr. Umar was really level. You see what they do to Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. You see what really happened to the Black Panthers. You see what really happened. This guy doesn't seem to be stressing the FBI out.
So back underway following the equalizer.
Getting to school is just crickets and cash apps.
We're CIA.
At this point, Cairo, just like our birds, are big and powerful. But the actions
a misplaced pass there.
That's why
that's not very good, is it?
The building is either going to be taken away or auctioned off or whatever. Nothing
Diogo
It's been over 10 years and the man has not been able to go to school.
And United will get the throw in.
Well, this is such a good watch. Both teams have played their part in a great game with plenty of good forward play. I'm sure we'll see.
Happy to shoot. Able to get his body in the way. Well, there was impending danger, but good defending. Effective piece of pressing. Tremendously strong in the tackle.
Social media, so he can continue to have his brand, continue to make that money while the school stays closed. So this man promised a school for over a decade. He toured the country collecting donations.
Which is
that's a really good pass.
That he was able to do that without producing anything for so long. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Christmas out things get off and dying.
Nothing's happened. Nothing is going on.
Bro,
People gave his parents put hope into this man's vision, and he gave them tours of empty hallways. It's the same betrayal. It's just with bigger stakes. Omar abandoned the mission. Dude, both chose the image, the brand over impact, the ego over effort.
Somebody left a weave at my school. Which one of you beautiful African sisters left your weave bun at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy?
There's no possible way that Dr. Umar could travel around the country, providing speeches, and build a school at the same time. It doesn't make sense.
He's just gonna sue me.
For the most part, but you thought maybe, just maybe, he has invested in the right people, the right infrastructure, have enough resources that he can build a school while traveling. Even with the school, the school is doing it for
creative tendencies coming to the fore. And it's in beyond the goalkeeper. Real Madrid are level.
Going to podcasts, going to radio station, spending hours on live, and be able to create a school. It's not.
So back underway, and we really are being treated to a festival of goals in this one.
Anything's possible, right? But clearly, Umar
we're inside the final 15 minutes.
It's the episode of The Hunger Strike. This was season 2,
Joshua
episode 14. So here we expect a being team, which I told him, and especially at that point.
Making progress is Kylian Mbappe. Oh, surely! Well, it really wasn't easy for the keeper to stop it.
Brilliant save from that sort of range. He had no right to stop that.
Well, they fancy a short one.
You can tell by the quality of the program, it starts to slide. Actually, it just became more of a ghetto MTV. The show was not the same how it was back in
that's
the
a
early
really good run.
It just went to more depravity. It went to more nonsense. So really, it's focused. He's serious. He says no food, no games.
Yeah, basically before
Benjamin
he had the
Šeško.
Zeus Network.
Just have to make sure they don't get caught on the counter attack. Well, they promised much on the break, but ultimately delivered little.
Looking like a Times Square. He's got the catchphrases, the matching merch, and the whole PR team behind his activism.
Still level here, but Manchester United making a... Oh, they've done it!
But let's focus on...
I don't know too much about Al Sharpton.
Goal that gives them victory.
But yeah, I heard bad things
so
about this guy.
underway again, and time is tight if they have designs on a comeback.
I don't know how much of it is true, but okay.
Real Madrid attacking, and they have to give it a go with time not on their side.
Big hunger strike of his own, and with the days he's sitting in boardrooms, not organizing, but negotiating his own sitcom with YouTube. And if you think that's absurd, just look at Brahim. Also, Al Sharpton has a show on MSNBC. Anyway, somewhere between building the school and saving the race, this man has basically turned into a spectacle.
Now maybe room here for the counter-attack.
I want to clarify
and
the
fed
thing with the Doctor reality show that's going to be kicking on really, really soon. The date with the Doctor reality show, wow, is really a conversation platform.
That is how to keep it out of the net.
Conversation platform with black women and I.
So 2 minutes to be added on at the end.
And opinions on various issues affecting the world.
In the perfect position to read it.
African race.
You know, I didn't see this in the Marcus Garvey playbook. I didn't see this in the Malcolm X playbook. I didn't see it in the Martin Luther King playbook.
This is final. 3 points in the bag on opening day.
And
so many positives to derive from the performance.
Well, the first game can always be tricky, but
I be a platform where black women can expose their brand, their business, and influence the culture of black women and influence the culture for black women. This is going to be an uplift.
Yeah, nah, man, this school shit is really stressing this nigga out. I mean, his hairline didn't look like this before news broke that he was losing to school. I mean, this shit's starting to creep up like this. You might have to let that one go, my boy.
Reality show. I'm calling it A Date with the Doctor because that is going to be the ambiance. That's going to be the context. That's going to be the background. It's not a real date. Let me say this again. I'm not looking for a wife.
Things are bad. Things are bad, not going good. You can tell when things aren't going good when you're explaining yourself a bunch.
This is the kind of occasion we all relish as football fans. Non-stop hype all week long.
Every single issue
Hello, it's great to be with you, and I don't think anybody is going to complain, especially about the weather. Derek Ray with you here on the commentary gantry, and sitting alongside me is the former England winger, attacker Sue Smith. And everyone here on tenterhooks, you'd have to say with good reason, it's Boca Juniors versus Manchester United.
It was a brilliant start to the season, and I'm
shaping to
purchase the HVAC unit for the school and the gym. We can afford to purchase the HVAC material. We cannot afford to pay for the labor. It is the labor, brothers and sisters. It is the labor, brothers and sisters.
And just like Rollo, he's using the language of liberation to sell a product himself. What started as a mission for black boys turned into a non-stop Umar tour. His mic is in his hand, his ego is unchecked, and the school is nowhere in sight. So let's line it up.
I showed us fake Afro sentiment.
Rollo showed us fake activism. And Dr. Umar, he's basically the remix. He has the Cairo look, the Rollo hustle, and enough charisma to make both look legit until you actually check the scoreboard. It's like Umar giving a really passionate speech, but then start plugging in his Cash App, and all the speeches.
An early goal in the game, just what they were hoping to produce.
So this is the moment where the joke stops being
fun. Well, have a look at this. He does so well to see the pass, and the weight is just spot on. And once it falls to him, he's never missing. Calm as you like, slots it home.
Putting it out of play for a throw-in.
And a lot of black people say that, but for real.
Casemiro.
Part of why the civil rights movement has been so successful, and part of why those who have come after in terms of our leadership have been able
from one end to the other.
Is that black people have always had a certain amount of moral currency that has been used. And let me be the first to tell you, that's used up. White America can't be. Because he's speaking to, and
he read the situation defensively and did his job.
Boondocks was an amazing show, but you gotta be careful
Diogo Dalot
with statements like that.
Now, who can he play it to?
With white people? You mean the people that enslaved the black people for hundreds of years and then implemented Jim Crow and then implemented fucking the variety of racist tactics and strategies to handicap the black community? We're supposed to be concerned about currency.
Talk about reactions. How good were his then?
Listen,
it's such close range. That's a brilliant save.
First, people don't do things.
Well, in fairness, it wasn't the best of headers.
You're a moral person. That's charity. That's being nice. Real power is
a good vision there.
It is taken by first claiming the power that we all have within us to
nothing productive, really.
Anything that
that's exactly what you need. Standing firm, not giving an inch.
How it is. So I couldn't give two shits about moral currency being used up. For instance, the stereotype that black men are violent. I've said this statistic multiple times now. Currently, less than 1% of the entire black population is in prison.
Intercepted effortlessly.
So it's about 60% of black people that are in prison, between 50 and 60%, are in prison for violence.
And room now out on the flank.
Well, when you have 40 million black
to the defending
in the country, they make up such a tiny, tiny percentage of the population. And the same can be said for any negative stereotype or archetype you want to pick out of the black culture or black community. The grand majority, not just the black people, but turns out all people, are decent people that are just minding their business, that want to pay their bills and have a good time on the weekends. That's most people. So, yeah, this...
We saw the situation
honestly,
developing.
This kind of sentiment, we've used up moral currency, it's very white-centered. It's very, we need the white man to save us.
Cavani.
We don't.
Has been watching us act like fools for a long enough time where any sympathy they may have had to our plight is completely gone. Now, I've never gone into anything about it, one never will. But at the same time, people are nice, and people want to be generous. People want to follow a dream. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. So the Boondocks is just a show, fictional characters, cartoons, right? But Umar, he took real money and left real damage, because when a man like this steps up dressed as the revolutionary shouting and African slogans, it's not just about him, it stains the whole cause. He didn't just break promises, he broke the rule. And this has ripple effects across our community, the black community, because many people believe that the system is failing us. Public schools fail us. They say that healthcare is failing us. They say that the government is failing us. So when someone shows up claiming that they're going to do something different, people listen.
Delightful pass.
People hope. And when that person turns out to be a grifter, that hope collapses into cynicism. And when the next organizer has to work twice as hard to prove that they're real,
an opportunity in the air for them.
Wow, how did he save that? It was so close to him. That's world-class goalkeeping.
Really clever pressing.
Still spinning.
Good idea to put them ahead. And a goal! Just like that, they're back in front. Well, 2-1 it is here.
It's because it turned into a way to make. That's why people joke about woke standards instead of real leaders.
Oh, beating his opponent with ease.
It's not just
this could be the equaliser. And a high degree of difficulty there for the keeper.
Yeah, his reaction speed was outstanding. And stopped what looked like a certain goal.
I call out racism.
And over comes the corner.
And I talk about reality.
That is a top-quality piece of goalkeeping.
The black community. And by the same time, I say we are all the masters of reality. And anything that
he couldn't pick out a teammate inside the box.
That you need already within to attain that thing.
Well, a good place to win it back, and let's see what it leads to.
These two things. When I call out racism, I'm calling it out. Not
goalkeeper's ball, disappointingly for them.
The sentiment that the solution to black people advancing in this country
teammates
is
available.
Racism being done away. Would that accelerate the
corner conceded, an unfussy clearance?
Good programs being put in place with reparations,
and not the most convincing of headers when all was said and done.
But
well, he just can't get away from his marker for a clean header. That's top defending.
Are
the first half here comes to an end.
And that's the problem that we ran into with Dr. Umar. A lot of black people thought that we need a savior. We need a guy to be putting money into, and he's going to just fix everyone's problems. The most reliable way to attain significant changes in your life is to shift your mindset. Change your mindset. I spoke about this in my previous video that I just dropped about the 40-year-old who feels as if he's wasted his life. You need to live from the end. You need to align yourself with your desired reality. On an individual basis or on an individual level, if you do that, your reality will shift to align with the mindset that you have. If you want more on that, go watch the previous video. Of course, like the Bible says, my people perish for a lack of knowledge. That knowledge, that understanding, believing that is not something that a poor person living in a ghetto somewhere is privy to. That's not something they know. It's not something they understand. And most importantly, it's not something that they believe. And furthermore, it is hard to convince a man who is hungry and struggling and in constant fight or flight mode this truth. It's the
So the ball is rolling again. United might be behind, but still plenty of time for them. What can they do in the second 45?
Class and above.
You can't just say, oh, why don't you just study? Don't you know if you study and you get good grades, you get a scholarship, and then you get a degree, and then you get to work. It's a lot of money.
Yeah, but that's easy for you
Costa
because you have that mindset that is grounded in the context of lights were always on, food was always in the fridge. You weren't worried that you were going to walk outside your door, you might get robbed or shot. You formed that idea, that opinion, that belief that all you have to do is study it. You can get ahead in school and just have a good career and take yourself out of the hood. Hold yourself up by your bootstraps.
Moving it forward.
But you're doing that again. You had a loving parent or two parents even that were telling you to study.
Still ahead by a goal and moving the ball with purpose.
You're a smart kid.
It's good this, you know.
Focus and pay attention in class.
Successful intervention, winning the ball back. Maybe room here for the counter-attack.
Somebody who is hungry and anxious, and they're not going to believe. And so that's where we, as individuals who have been privileged to be born into whatever timeline or reality or families we've been born into, that landed us where we are today, with the understanding that we, as individuals, have all the power we need to actualize whatever reality it is that we truly focus upon and truly desire. We then need to implement programs for those who are less fortunate,
well, he opted for power from close range. He might be regretting that now.
Understanding and grab onto this reality, and some do, but not a lot. If we can come together as more fortunate people and put programs and things in place that make it easier for the people at the very bottom to get to that just baseline level of,
fine stop, and more importantly, away from danger.
Right, I'm not just barely trying to survive. Well, it puts these people in a position where they are more receptive to what can be, what is possible. This is why programs at schools that give
United doing well to regain possession.
This is why
good vision. Possible chance.
This is why women
and what a save that was.
This is why
at the end of a super counter-attack.
Absolutely, you could see the danger the moment the ball was played forward. It had the defence scrambling, didn't it?
Well, he gave it quite the whack, but not on target.
The lowest of any group of people and thinking that this is how we hold them accountable. Oh, black votes for this, blacks do that.
Costa with it.
The problem is they're not being held accountable. No, fuckface, that's not going to do.
Merentier.
It has never done so. So how do we bring
moving the ball forward with genuine purpose here.
Right? The whole idea behind, the problem is Dr. Umar. His whole thing is the problem with the black community is,
right?
That's the
Bruno
problem.
Fernandes has it.
Anybody
a brilliantly timed tackle when it really mattered.
The problem, it does not have the solution. If Dr. Umar took that $1 point however many $1 billion, I think he raised something like 1.2 or 1.6.
Getting the better of his opponent.
If he took that money and, for instance,
now,
instead was producing documentary and
corner awarded to Manchester United
in a very entertaining and captivating way, educated more black people on their history, and
over it comes,
guided people to understand the power that they have within them, should they focus their mind and focus their energy
mopping up defensively.
That they want
yeah, he did what he had to do there. Definitely the smart choice.
Okay, let's say even if he had good to school, go to the school.
Monster piece of defending. Well, defenders keep getting in the way.
Even if you really care in school. Now, would it make a difference if the schools turned out perfectly as many people who donated
to the last 15 minutes of action
turned out? Yeah, they would.
Well, a joy to watch.
But what do you do if you're a black kid and you live on the other side of the country?
Splendid challenge that.
Just wait till Dr. Bernard gets around to building another school in that
well, maybe a good position from which to counter.
Even if he had successfully built the school, they still would have finished.
This could be the equaliser. Commanding goalkeeping.
Of the mission of youth group, as I understand it, and maybe I'm wrong, but as I understood it, is the problem.
Who can they pick out?
It still puts
well, sadly, too straight to worry the goalkeeper that time.
See, I do believe that a victim mindset is bad. Victims are a real thing.
Time is against Manchester United, but it's not over for them.
That's a fact. That's objective.
10 minutes to go then.
And see from a historical point of view
Carlos Palacios.
Or how that's true in so many ways, while still empowering yourself with understanding the mindset that you can attain anything that you focus
Miguel
on.
Angel Merentiel.
The Asian community,
a lot of space to attack.
The immigrant community, like
and the cross into the middle. Able to deal with the threat.
Asians have done it. Lots of
counter-attacking chance.
Without needing some kind of special school.
Can they use their pace?
Historically have been incredibly underrepresented in politics, for instance, right? You don't have a lot of Asian senators and House of Representatives, definitely no Asian vice presidents.
Well, both sides encountering difficulties keeping possession.
Definitely, it's a real scrap, isn't it? They don't seem to be on the same page, do they?
Ceballos.
Why? Because unlike the Asians,
well, the cross could help them.
Black people find themselves at the bottom of the ladder, right?
Chance here, and a really important stop. That should keep spirits up.
Yeah, that's just kept the hopes alive, but the final whistle is looming.
No counter-attacking possibilities. Well, annoyingly, nothing comes of it. Lovely wait. Oh, good finish. Can they put it away? And the referee blows for full time. The big headline here, defeat for United. Your assessment of the game?
Yeah, it was a disappointment.
The Boondocks. That is the most, woman thing I have ever heard in my life.
Yo, it's your boy PK Humble and welcome to Minor Issues. We've got 5 YouTubers that think they're all too smart for their own good.
Where did the name Lippy come from?
I got it in Harvard when I was studying with PK.
And you was definitely in the bottom sets when you was in school.
But talk is cheap.
Yeah, I got 3 GCSEs, that's enough.
They're about to be tested and exposed by the most savage kids on the internet.
You're smart enough to cover up that forehead, I like that.
Each round, one of them will be eliminated. Let's see who's actually smart and who's been waffling for their whole lives.
And that just proves that you're one of the dumbest YouTubers out there.
Please like, comment, and subscribe to Channel 4.0. Kids, can you introduce yourselves, please?
Welcome to a clash that promises fireworks. The atmosphere is electric, the fans on the edge of their seats, and history is waiting to be written today. The stage is set. Stay with us, we'll have all the action for you from Manchester here on EA TV Live. And here we are at one of the great venues for football anywhere in the world, Old Trafford in Manchester. I'm Derek Ray. today, and joining me to provide expert analysis is Sue Smith. And every reason to believe we're in for an entertaining match here. It's Manchester United taking on Real Madrid.
It's great to be here. I think it's going to be a really good game today. Both teams will be well up for it, so hopefully we're in for a treat.
Well, Manchester United have chosen this particular shape. Noussair Mazraoui plays with Diogo Dalot in the fullback positions. Casemiro plays alongside Bruno Fernandes in central midfield. And rather than use a strike partnership, they've gone with just the one player in attack.
Opening statements and names, please. Number one.
My name is Can he convert? Appear to be in two minds. Just the challenge that was required.
Why do you think you're smart, sir?
I don't know a couple of these guys.
Benjamin Šeško.
Where did the name Lippy come from?
I got it in Harvard when I was studying with PK. We went to Harvard together.
It did look on for them, but not to be.
This is my favourite body part, so I just started with him.
And here's the starting 11 for Real Madrid. Thibaut Courtois is in goal. Eder Militao plays with Antonio Rüdiger in central defence. Federico Valverde plays alongside Aurélien Tchouameni in the centre of midfield. And the main striker today is Kylian Mbappe.
That's not nice. I got that Benzo. The
Could
first,
it be?
not the last, and Flack only got one chance. They're taking the smartest.
Super
I'm the smartest. I'm the beating. I'm going to feel that I mean.
Who's going to get on the end of it?
Who's going to face? I don't forget my time. I'm on the face of us. That's right.
He has teammates around him.
What do you think is the best decision you ever made?
There will be a goal kick here.
I wrote the rest of the album.
But which one?
Take me there. I'm a free.
I'm a YouTuber, and I'm
Well, you never quite know who's going to emerge from the shadows and become a match winner, but this man might be a decent shout. What are you expecting to see from him?
Yeah, he's so efficient in front of goal.
Oh, so this looks promising. Determined defending.
What did you finish? Yeah, I did after. You finished for you, after that.
So maybe that's just the push I'm getting started.
The basic was really good.
Well, to be blunt, misfiring with the header.
How do you think you got up against Alana? I think I did quite well, to be honest. That's that whole time, by the way, rolling in eyes.
Fernandes.
Is he going to introduce himself then? I'm not Skadar.
United finding space on the wing.
Yeah, he was definitely in the bottom sets when he was in
Oh, that's fine defensive play.
Yeah, he kept his focus well there, didn't he?
And he has options available. Bruno Fernandes. Tremendous reflexes. Thibaut Courtois.
Any fun fact that you know that would prove you have intelligence?
Ask me a country I played against.
Uganda.
Not quite the clearance they were hoping for.
What's your best subject, Joseph? What is tectonic placement?
On a time for cool heads. Real Madrid have given us away.
Who made you the general?
I've been to the army as well. They gave me my stars. What's two things you learned from being in the army? Staying alive.
Mateus Cunha. Ready to break, perhaps?
So you said we're good at everything, right? Yeah. What's nice word?
Must take the lead here.
What's going on? What's going on with this shit?
And the keeper did well to get there first. Let's see if something comes of this.
Yes. He obviously went to Harvard.
And that is offside.
Obviously, help him score. Use him score. He's playing a score prize.
I wasn't getting the vibe of intelligence. I was getting the vibe that we didn't want to be here.
Very alert defending to cut off the supply. Mbappe. And it's opening up. And it's in. 1-0. They breached the defence. Looking dangerous here. That's effective pressure. High up the pitch. Benjamin Šeško.
You could stick a credit card over to your phone.
Dangerous ball. And the keeper is able to deal with the danger. Given away by Real Madrid. United could get in behind the defence. And covering tremendous ground here. Will he play it in? And watch
all the way by the keeper. I'm giving you a chance.
Give me a chance. Give me 4.
Yeah, but I met you before then. That's a bit different.
Well, you know it's not.
You know me.
Flag raised for offside.
So I'm giving you a chance. I'm putting it. Yeah, there we go.
Giving her a 5 because.
Mbappe.
She can tell the time.
Incisive pass from Mbappe.
Thank you.
Can he deliver?
Listen, what do you feel about the score?
It was a fine challenge, but a corner given.
You're definitely not going on the bench next time.
And over comes the corner. Danger averted for now, but it'll be another corner.
You look silly. What made you put on the hat that made you look like smart to get?
No, as a message, I said, yo, look at the
No, I did not.
United couldn't keep it. Cross-fired over. Well, that's how to outwit your opponent. And credit to him for the recovery. Could pose a threat on the counter.
Smart individual.
This could be the equaliser.
Safely
dealt with.
How are you feeling about your school?
I'm very few.
This is what I mean, and you gave it
Oh, read it really well. Making a bit of headway.
You get underneath 10, I'll be surprised.
And well positioned to clear.
Right choice that. Allows them to reset.
I might be from now.
Oh, what an opportunity.
He's not giving free.
And a goal it is for Real Madrid. They are on a victory course.
Honestly, you can't count last. I think it's a positions.
Well, here it is again, and it's all about the pace and transition. They were so quick to get out from the back, and it's great forward play. Uses his strength to hold off the defender, and it just manages to get a yard to finish. So composed, isn't it?
Well, a classic example of how to intercept.
You absolutely joker. Hello, Benzo. How do you feel? I'm disappointed right now. Do you feel like there's an ulterior motive? Of course. My own, she's pretty.
Nusayr Mazraoui.
A
nice ball over the top. Attending to his defensive chores.
What happens in the next round? For round 2, brilliant. Who's doing a grill first?
That's Saeed with some Mark Gahey.
Gahey's got a cream as well. Are you Arsenal fan?
Now breaking at pace. Potential danger. 1 minute of stoppage time has been added on. It's a penalty. And that'll be a booking too.
That's what I say. You should never be. Exactly.
This to get back into it. And he finds the net. No difficulties encountered.
That's real.
David Attenborough. These are hundreds of squares. He was smarter than these people. How do you feel about the fashion? I don't think this would go wrong.
And so the referee blows the whistle. We've reached the halfway point here at Old Trafford.
I've got a riddle for you. Some months have 31 and some months have 30 days in it. How many months is 28 days?
I think you should ask Maya this question.
February?
And I answer.
1.
12.
Thank you.
3 months, 28 days in it.
I don't get it. It's not looking good.
What we got for Max now?
Max trying to type of guy to be dancing on the street.
Oxford Street, tell me what you do, Oxford Street. Okay,
I don't know why you're laughing. You look like the type of guy to use your head as a hydraulic press.
Oh, I got a big head. How's everyone been grilled right now?
I don't know what else is that. Can you spell psychology? Can you? H.
Oh,
Yes. How did you say so? Do you think you're going to get away with those 2,300 deadly Kaylee's right now?
I won't say no.
Yes. Your Adam's apples ever worked.
He said he's doing overtime.
Max Kadar. Name all the planets in the solar system.
You got Saturn, got Jupiter.
Back underway then, and work to do for United, given the scoreline.
The sun is...
Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, Venus.
This could square the game. Oh my word, there's excellent timing for you. What a challenge. Now can they hit them on the counter?
He wants to ask. That will be a question.
How many minutes have I got?
24 hours.
So a corner kick conceded.
See your brain buffer.
1,000, 400.
Who can they pick out?
But yeah, a chap.
11,000.
Well, according to my calculations, I think the answer is 14 something.
Casemiro.
Yeah, 14.
In the perfect position to read it.
Yeah, anticipated well there. Read that before it even happened.
And that is offside.
For you guys, I call it explain like I'm 5. We just need you guys to explain these topics in words that kids will understand. And explain it in a way that someone like Benson, who's that dumb, will be able to understand. Explain how much you bro, you look like my player. He just see an image of
Bruno Fernandes. Did damage on the break.
Complex topic. I want you to explain it. It's stock market. It's recent market for stock.
Pressure to win it back.
Percentages that we bring. Yes, it's going to.
Oh, big opportunity. Oh, it's an absolutely tremendous save.
Well, it just shows great reflexes and agility to keep that out. It's a top-class save.
Clearance needed to be better. Well, it comes to nothing in the end.
When you look at the stats, you think, how on earth are they behind?
Opportunity.
Oh, wow.
Defending of the highest class to stop him.
You give a lot of beauty, but there's no brains.
Sheshko. And showing fine vision.
It's the opposite of a dictatorship.
And that is offside.
Important people and history and politics. A democracy, to say in a 5-year-old's terms, you're in class and your teacher's telling everyone what to do. It's the complete opposite. Everyone gets a say in what you do as a class.
Lovely weight. Mbappe. Oh, superb reflexes.
It's when you buy the property, so your mortgage, your house could be £200,000. You have to pay that £200,000 before it to keep the house. No, that doesn't make sense. Mortgage. It's like
it's a short one. Enjoying time and space here. Oh dear, up a dead end. It was promising.
Well, they managed to snuff that out quickly, didn't they?
And firing it. Huge block.
LV, come on, bro. Photosynthesis. Okay,
what was the chance they could get caught out on the break here? And that could be problematic.
Pictures. Synthesis.
And it will be a second look at the defence. He's off.
Yeah, really poor judgment there.
That's a tree. That's the sun. The sun. The sun brings light. It's onto the tree. See the tree. Tree's hungry. And it's tired. So the tree uses light to get energy. And that is how you explain photosynthesis.
And let's deliver it. Oh, still something on here.
Let's go in.
Took a touch on the way through.
And someone's draining the boy Benzo. What are you not thinking?
If I was a 5-year-old, I'd still think that everyone here was waffling.
Can he deliver it with accuracy? Well, they're going to be very cross with themselves because that was a wasted opportunity.
Well, that looked good for a goal, didn't it? Surprised that didn't amount to anything.
About half the time, but he's offering helping hands to people. Lippy understood his word the most, and I think if I was a 5-year-old, I'd understand him well.
Lippy, are you happy about your school?
I'm quite shocked, though. That was difficult.
Bruno Fernandes.
I'm glad they saw
an effective challenge.
Maya. Rufino.
Cunha, a real opening now. Well, there it is, real resilience for you, having been 2 goals down. So underway again here, and quite honestly, who saw this coming? Matheus Cunha.
You didn't even explain it. She
Mbappe
didn't
with
do
it.
well in explaining the mortgage, but outside of that, again, I think she's actually quite intelligent.
And there it breaks down, but credit to the defence. Now breaking at pace, potential danger.
How do you feel about that score?
I think I did.
So
An
the
attack
score
that
to
has
be
potential. And it will be a free kick to Real Madrid.
You're crying about nothing.
I'm still upset about
Well, doesn't have to do it on his own. That's a good ball. Can he put them in front? Oh, it's in! And that is truly remarkable. Down to 10, but nevertheless in front here.
Oh my goodness. I'm ready for the final. I want to see who wins this. Round 3. We're going into debate club. Can you explain what we're actually going to be doing?
We've got a friend with immense intellectual prowess coming over, and you're going to be debating him on 3 different topics that he's very passionate about.
So we want to test you guys to see how you think on your feet and to really test your intelligence.
We want to see how you explain yourself under pressure.
Let's bring out Alex. Alex, Ashanti.
Never lost, by the way.
Undertaker, 21
Well,
and
here we can see it again, and it's a really cool finish. He didn't overthink it, just made his mind up and slotted it home.
Alex, we'd like you to read out your first statement.
Well, you really have to applaud the ambition. Well, unable to hold his run, and that's offside.
Congratulations, Smartest Generation. Do some earth before you guys. I'm talking about generation.
Mbappe?
We have more access to technology and smartphones. What generation are you from?
Manchester United recovering possession well.
I can tell you just by looking at you.
Plenty of support here.
Gen Z was around in 1983.
A fine reading of the situation.
Gen Z is first generation to get most access to technology.
Very effective pass.
Technology based to me is to be.
Oh, he's given us away. And it's in. Real Madrid firmly in charge here.
Well, here we can see it again. It's just sloppy defending. They've switched off at the back and don't stay with the players. They've got to do better there.
Šeško.
Yes.
It might be a favourable situation, this, for Manchester United. Can he get one back? Oh, not to be! Stopping a certain goal.
Yeah, real desire there to get it back. Great challenge that, always in control.
Oh, that's a clever ball. And the assistant referee has raised his flag, offside. Plenty of support here. And offside it is.
On the flip side, there's things that happen after certain times in the match.
Well, that's a fine-looking pass. Could pull one back here.
That's how it speaks. Even on TV, the style of programming, the things that come
deflected out for a throw-in.
I'm not working my kids at school. Find time on the weekend when I'm going to play.
Annoyingly, there it breaks down.
Responsibility. Let's look at the
fairly easy for the referee to spot that deflection. So now a throw-in.
Let's look at the things that parents are
and threaded through by Mbappe. And a goal to put the final stamp on it. That will do it. So they restart the game, but that goal truly feels like the final nail. Bruno Fernandes. Trying to plot a route. Oh, fine play, and maybe it'll set something up.
Flippy, thank you very much.
And 3 minutes will be added on for stoppages. He's in behind.
In order to be smart, you have to look at it.
What's your topic, Alex?
Oh, big chance. Oh, chipping it. And a goal to seal the hat-trick.
Like GTA, Call of Duty, which